there's also, I think it's transaction type underscore CD. Yeah, so this TRX underscore TYP underscore CD means whether or not it is a COS transaction, which essentially is online. So any online transaction comes through as a COS. POS means it's a point of sale transaction, and PQS means it is a food hall transaction.
What is it?
So,
Pardon?
Food.
Oh, right.
Restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think they're on a different till system. Yeah, and then all the other stuff on here are just triggers and variables. But it's this key data here that we use. So I think net amount that is after tax. I think I'd need to work it out, but I'm pretty sure we use this net amount, and I don't think it includes tax in any of the reporting. So they're kind of the key tables, I'd say, for IKEA. We have other tables, but they're the key ones. This name history is an interesting one. This will tell you the history of every campaign that we've sent. So we often will get questions from Magnus or from customers where they said, oh, I haven't been receiving emails, for example, and we'll be able to go and say, well, we can see that we've sent them to you, it's been received, and we can tell that you opened the last 3 emails that you were sent. So, because we do strangely get customers who don't think that they've ever received an email from IKEA, but have physically opened it and clicked through and been interacting with emails, but still complain that they've not been receiving them. So, which is quite interesting. But yeah. This name history, we have a campaign field, which this looks at the actual campaign that got sent out. So this actually here is the activate email 001B, and I think 4 means it's month 4. I'd need to clarify that properly, but essentially every single campaign that we send out has a campaign name to it. So and then we've also got cells here. So for example, G1, G2, G3. I know that they're to do with the with an SMS that went out not so long ago. Also, when we look at these cells, they have a C or an N at the end of them. Now, it seems very strange to me the way this was set up in terms of a name hierarchy, but I wasn't involved with how it was set up, but to me it seems illogical. A C means contact, and an N means no contact. So anyone that's got an N as the last thing in these cells means that they are the control customers.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So to me, my when I look at this, and I kind of go to see, oh, well, that must be the control. It's not. It means we contacted them. And the N means we haven't contacted them because we've held them back as a control. So
that's obvious.
Yeah. That's what I thought when I first to this day. But yeah, and then some of these we also have. It says hold on them. So hold would be where we've taken an additional campaign control. So we have, I think 5% of all customers within a tertial are a control customer, and we won't contact them at all during that tertial. The anything that says hold means that for whatever reason we believe that we need a bigger control for that particular mailing or SMS, so we hold them back as an additional control. So
I have a question. I was wondering, one thing we've been talking about is that Alterian will be phased out within the next year or something like that. Yeah. So it's good to know. So there is a slight chance that we will never become, let's say, true super user experts on over here at our office. I don't know.
No, I think you'll become super experts quite quickly.
Okay, that's good. That's good. We will.
That's
good.
You will.
Yeah.
The thing is, I suppose the transition from Alterian to another solution. Yeah, we say it might be. Yeah, it could be 18 months. It could be 2 years.
Right. Okay. That's
one would hope.
Things take time. Yeah.
Yeah, and they always take longer than what you initially think that they probably will. So I wouldn't turn around and say,
no.
You
That's
could
good.
be on Alterian for longer than 9 months, for example. But
That's
then you
right.
might only be using Alterian for 9 months. But if you're using Alterian every day, you guys will, very shortly, will be quite competent and proficient and know exactly what you're talking about with Alterian. So
another thing I was wondering is that at today's session, could we allocate just a very short time to build a very simple analysis, just so that we can see how that is done? And I don't know how long time we would need for that, but
I'll tell you what would you like to have a look at?
One of the latest emails, perhaps. Also, one of the email or something. If you just want to look at the how many people are in the family and what kind of what do they buy last month or something. I don't know.
Okay.
If you say you have some people buy mostly for the bedroom or for the kitchen or for the dining room or something like that.
And if that's too complex, maybe you can just pick. We don't have to make any findings today.
No,
it's more just to
just to see how you work.
Right. So let's have a look. Right. Someone comes to you and says, right, where people shopped in the last month? That's relatively simple. So I'm going to do all this drag and drop.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go and use iLoader, and I'm not going to code it in SQL. There is some SQL, and you'll see that. But okay, so first of all, I probably want to say at the header level, have people spent, in the last month. So I will right click here and create an expression. So this may not be the most efficient way of building this, but this is how I probably do it as a quick and dirty way. So this here, so I'm going to create a variable called spent. Actually, it will be a transaction in the last 12 months. In the last month. So I'll just do an if statement. Say if the date of transaction Okay, sorry, I should slow down now. So all I've done is go in and take any date so I can go and change it and pull that. You can pick it up like that and just pull it
Okay.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want to say, is it greater? And I've done that wrong. Is it greater or equal to the 1st of February 2016? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to copy.
Oh, you disappeared.
Oh.
So now it came again.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to copy that little bit because I want to copy it and put an and in there and then paste that and say if it is less than or equal to, and then that'll be the 29th because it's a leap year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then I would do a comma and then 1, 0, and then close that bracket. And then if this is quite useful, if I've made an error in any of this statement, that will tell me. So it's telling me it's valid.
Is 1, 0 about the format?
No, so that's the if statement. So I'm saying if there's a transaction between the 1st of the month and the end of the month, then create a 1, 0 flag essentially.
Right,
So
okay.
1 if there's a transaction, 0 it's not within that month.
Right.
I can add in loads and loads of different things in here. I can add in, I might want to put a thing in here saying only if that transaction is a positive transaction. I'd add that in. I could add in whether or not they, let me just think, what would I want to do? I could do another if statement.
But
So
is that instead of like, of course this is like if then else, is there something like would you also use that when it's a case, say when you have many options? Okay, you just use the same here. Yep.
Yeah, so actually let's change this so I don't put a 1 or 0, I'll just create a text string. So then that would be February spender, and then I can put another if statement here.
Right.
I'm going to just copy that actually, and just put another thing to call that the first, and then that would be January. And then I wouldn't need that, and then I'll just put ignore, for example.
And this is really good. And also, I'm sorry that I interrupted when you went through the valuables, because that is also very valuable to us, of course. But maybe we can pick it up next week and continue to go through the tables and the options and get further with that one. But this is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And then I can test this to make sure that it's valid. And then if I commit that, and then I'll have to just refresh this in the header, and then drop that down, and I can see that there were 1.1 million transactions in January and 1.01 if. Sorry, it's not very good screen size for you guys.
Oh, we can see it here.
Yeah. So then if I was kind of thinking, right, well, you've got to remember how these tables interact with each other. So it depends what I want to know. Do I want to know what was bought, or do I want to know how many customers spent last month? So if I wanted just a flag on the name table to say these customers spent in January, I'd create another flag in the name table and just ask it to find the maximum of that variable. if I